2, 3, 4.
So I hope you can hear my audio, but I've been having a rough morning. I didn't know if I was gonna vlog. I was like, I know I have to because I said I would, and I guess that's really what consistency is. It's also really early, and actually talking to a camera is kind of I've already had two people look at me like I'm weird, so I'm trying to do it when there's not a lot of people around. But I'm gonna go get coffee or a tea or something because it's a rough morning. That's my family mart that I love so much. And there's a farm. We had Spirit Day at school, and I was a baby deer, reindeer, and it was great. I'm walking towards my house right now, and I can see the students waiting for to take the SAT. So that's something. So yesterday was a good day. I'm eating my breakfast, which, yeah, so it was Friday, and it was Spirit Day, and my daughter put on a play for her kindergarten class, and she was the cow, and she did a really good job. And my husband and my son got to come watch her, and then I went back to work. Yeah, we had a discussion. I got observed as a teacher for the second time this year. And yeah, it was just really, it was long, but it was a good day. Yesterday, Friday the 3rd, we also got our favorite food from our neighborhood, which is Indian food. And it's this restaurant called Ruchira, and it's delicious, so we got that. We try to, support the people around us, and it's also pretty good for my food sensitivities and allergies. So it's always nice to eat something that I know won't hurt me. And then we played Pokemon, and we fell asleep, and that was my day yesterday. And I think, yeah. Hi again. So it's harder to record at home because I feel like I get distracted. Like my daughter, she's so beautiful and wonderful, and she's over there, and I want to hang out with her, but I have to do this. I have to finish this. And it won't be that long, I don't think. I've been trying to figure out what to share today about yesterday, and I kind of told you what happened yesterday, and I guess I wanted to share something that I realized this morning as I went on my walk, and I went on a walk with you all, that 9 months ago, I couldn't have even imagined staying at home by myself with my kids for any amount of time. I was so terrified that I would do something wrong. And I heard my friend who has a child also mention about those feelings of anxiety postpartum, and that those intrusive thoughts that come in, and how she's dealt with that, and how nobody really talks about it. And, nobody really talked to me about postpartum anxiety either. Most people talk about postpartum depression and don't hurt your baby, don't hurt yourself, but not a lot of people talk about the fact that you'll just randomly wake up at 3 a.m. with a super intrusive thought, oh, you better go check on your baby, or else they're not going to make it through the night or something, and then having to stay up all night because you can't go back to sleep because of the adrenaline that's basically pumping through your body. Yeah. And I not only went through postpartum anxiety, but then also had like, I mean, I want to say more than a year. I think it's been my whole life where I've been pretty anxious. But then with COVID and feeling out of control in the sense that everybody's actions were affecting my health, right? With the pandemic, that made me very stressed out, and it led to those intrusive and anxious thoughts becoming like a chronic condition. And yesterday, and I say all that because yesterday my husband went to go get us, takeout, like I mentioned, and I didn't even think twice about being left with the kids, which usually I had been really nervous about for months and months, that I would do something wrong. But I just sat with them and we played and I fed them, and it was a good 45 minutes and I didn't even feel stressed or anxious at all. So I wanted to share that, even though I know it took like months of therapy and learning how to deal with anxiety, and not just deal with it, but like no longer having those thoughts or feelings, and then when they came up, knowing what to do, I'm just kind of like, wow, I'm so thankful and grateful that my brain is no longer being affected in that way. And it took a long time, honestly, and I definitely still have panic attacks. I hope, I want to say not consistently, but they've been consistent when I don't deal with my stress. And that is, I think, the biggest thing for me right now is dealing with stress. But teachers just deal with lots of stress, which is awful. I wish I could take that all away from us. I wish the profession wasn't as stressful, but it is. And I think there's ways it could be diminished, but I don't think that's a conversation for today. But yeah, I just wanted to share that I think that there's freedom from anxiety and freedom from panic attacks, and that it takes a lot of work, but there's going to come a point where you are no longer white knuckling your way through the situations that make you anxious or stressed out. Will adrenaline ever stop dripping in your system and give you those feelings? Probably not, because it's a normal bodily function, but I think you'll learn to recognize it and have it be named, and then you can keep going. So I hope that's a little bit encouraging. Yeah, Friday was good. It was good. It felt like a good day. It felt like a good realization. It felt like a good work day. And yeah, I was excited to be there. And I think like, yeah, it was a good day. So I hope you had a good Friday, and I'll post this on Friday for you. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, that is an injury. Okay. Adios.
Shepherds kept their watching